Down the St. Lawrence Valley in the villages and hamlets of Quebec, the long Canadian winter is coming to an end. Once again, the strengthening sun has begun to melt the deep snow which has covered the earth for nearly 6 months. A new year begins for the habitant farmer. He rejoices to be out in the open air, to feel again the warmth of the spring sun after being penned up all winter. It is too early yet for work on the farm, but the warm days and cold nights have started the maple sap flowing. So into his sugar bush goes the farmer, as he and his forebears have done every spring for generations. First job is to tap the trees. In each tree he makes a hole for the spout, not too near the cuts of former years. His trees probably have been growing for 50 years. He may have 2,000 of them or more. Now they are of good size, strong, healthy, with a good space between them so the sun can reach each tree and warm it, starting a vigorous flow of sap. On each tree beneath the spout he hangs a bucket. Buckets like this have been made by village tinsmiths at Beauport and Sainte-Marie, Beauce and Plessyville for nearly 100 years. On a good day, 70 drops of sap a minute will fall into it. Every day through the softening snow, the farmer makes his rounds to empty his buckets of the sap they've collected. His sledge is his own workmanship. It may be drawn by an ox or perhaps by one of the sedate horses of the farm which has done this job so often he knows the tracks by heart. It may even be drawn by a dog. He empties the pails of sap into hogsheads ready to go to the sugar house for boiling. At the height of the flow, the big hogsheads may be filled several times a day with clear, sparkling sap. Maple sugar is made only in North America. Nowhere else in the world does the climate provide the right conditions of warm days and freezing nights. The Indians first discovered the secret of making it, and they passed on their knowledge to the early settlers in Canada. To them, it was a godsend, for one of their great problems was to get sugar. For generations, the descendants of these early settlers have carried on the old methods with little real change. When the big collecting barrels are full, it is time to take them back to the sugar house. Around the sugar house stand the clean, bare maples. The air is full of the fragrant steam of the boiling sap. The sugar farmers pour gallons of the sap from their collecting barrels into big tubs to be ready when needed for boiling inside. Then they go back for more. Inside the sugar house, the old-style cauldrons are already boiling, filling the air with the sweet scent of the hot sap. Only small quantities are boiled at a time, and the farmers fill the kettles whenever necessary from the tubs outside. He keeps them boiling for several hours over a blazing hot fire and pours the boiling syrup from one kettle to the next as it reaches each stage of thickening. He must be sure the fire stays hot. Dry, split wood is the best for it, and he takes it from the stack which he had prepared at the end of the previous spring. The fire is kept blazing all day and night, and a man is kept busy from dawn to dark, sometimes all night. He must watch the kettles carefully as the syrup gets towards the final stages. When it bubbles and splutters, he knows it is thick enough. Then he may dip a snowball into the boiling mass and taste the hard, brittle toffee that sticks to it. The syrup is now thickening nicely, and when it is taken outside, it hardens rapidly. Now is the great moment when the sugar is nearly ready. All eyes are on the kettle of syrup. A final stir to bring it to the proper state of granulation, and they are ready to pour it into the wooden molds. While the batch is setting, there is time to scour out the kettles with warm water and a stone. But soon the sugar is hardened and the golden cakes are turned out at last. Each year since the early settlers first made maple sugar, sugaring off parties have celebrated the first batch of the new year. The winter is behind them. Summer is ahead. It is a time of gaiety and hopefulness, of the fresh smells of spring mingled with the scent of the sugar. All their lives, these young people will remember the soft spring day and the taste of the newly made maple sugar with its tang of hardwood smoke.